Hey, Jessica. Oh, you're muted. I can't hear you.
Hi, how
Hi.
are you?
Good, good. How's it going?
Pretty good. Yeah. You guys, we've had maybe like 5 or we have like 4 people sign up so far. Over the weekend we had a couple.
Yeah.
We have like 25 to go to get to the 100. That's good.
Yeah. The postcard hasn't even really hit the people's doorsteps yet.
Yeah, okay. You don't think it's hit yet? Okay, cool.
No. So
So
that's
those are-
just based off of, I think, word of mouth.
Okay.
And then there was an article in the Lynn item. There was an article in the Lynn item on Monday. Hey, Alan.
Hi, how are you? Can you hear me okay?
Yep.
Good.
So I think it's just mostly been word of mouth, people who knew it was kind of coming.
Mhm.
So I don't know. I'm hoping that when people get the postcard, it really, really takes off.
Yeah.
Do we have, how many new enrollments do we have already?
You know,
4
I
or
didn't.
5.
Yeah, 4 or 5. We need 25 or 24 more to get to 100. So I think we needed 30 originally.
I thought we were already at 70 something.
We're up to 76.
Okay. Well, Tony, we may want to consider like having another meeting for people. Because I don't know, did I miss it? Like the postcard hasn't arrived at my house.
No, it hasn't. It has not arrived yet. I know. So they're gonna get it, and it's gonna say
Yeah.
info session last night.
Exactly. Yeah.
I know. It's too bad. It got delivered to the post office in Lynn late last week. So,
Mm.
it was like Thursday, I think. So you'd think it would have got to people by Saturday.
Well, we should maybe draft some language to put on the homepage of nahant.org saying, apologizing for the mail mismatch and inviting them to just sign up, or if you want to have another public meeting, we can schedule that.
Well, this is also being recorded, so we can actually embed the YouTube video of this recording right on the homepage. So if anybody goes to nahant.org
Right.
and finds it, they can watch this. But yeah, maybe we'll want to do another one. But I think the postcard is pretty solid too. Like, it gives a lot of good info there.
I
And
know.
if they get to the website,
Worked really hard on it.
yeah.
It's beautiful, Alan. It's
Thank
really
you.
great work. Absolutely.
All
Hi,
right.
everyone. Did I get it right, guys? I didn't receive my postcard. Anyone else did not receive it either?
No,
Okay.
it hasn't.
I was-
That's what we were just saying. And, our goal was for the postcard to really like
Drive people.
inform people about tonight's meeting. So, now they're going to get a postcard that says, join the info session from on the 24th, but they're going to get it on the 25th or later. So these things happen, it is what it is. We'll work it out. But there's already been 5 people that have 4 or 5 new customers signed up.
So Tony, what do you think then? If this recording is going to be on the website, do you want to give a quick overview so that we have that right now? We can or do you want to wait a few minutes to see if we get any more attendees?
I usually try to wait 5 minutes from the start time to really launch into it.
Okay.
I
want to say hello to Connor.
Hi, how you
My paddock, your cheerleader for years now.
Yeah. Good to see you again.
Yeah. So,
Thank-
Tony,
Thank
has
you,
the,
this,
oh, go ahead.
I was just gonna say thank you, Vi, and to Swim.
Mhm.
The containers came in and,
Oh, they did.
yep, and they look great. You know, I think that was like, that's like the cherry on top, I think, you know, so.
We have little stickers to put on the bottom with the swim logo and thank you for composting on the bottom.
Yeah,
So shall I just come over to town hall and stick them on, or are they in Mary's office or what?
what I would do is I would bring the stickers. So they're, you know, they're in a box
Mhm.
and, you know, the lid's kind of in its own. You know, we're not taking them out. We have one outside of the box as like a display. So, you know, I don't know if you want to just like, if you want us to just give the sticker when people come and take the container, or, you know, it's going to be a process to go through them all, put a sticker, and then put them back in the box.
So, are they gonna get picked up at Rebecca Flack's when she picks up her green bins? I mean, that would be the logical thing.
I know, you know, yeah, we didn't think of that before, because I didn't actually know that Rebecca was like I didn't know that people could go and pick up their starter kit from Rebecca. I
Mhm.
thought it was, you know, I thought that was getting like dropped off to the new customers, and then they would, you know, they would come into the town hall, submit their form, grab their container, and then we mail them a check.
Yeah, me too. I had no idea about Rebecca Flacca. Yeah.
She could
So-
pass out, do you wanna, we could try and get her. We could try and get her those countertop containers, and she could pass them out as well.
I mean, they could just be inside the green bin.
How many starter kits do you think she has like in stock?
She probably has 25,
Oh, wow.
yeah. And we'll restock her. If we get a rush, like once they hit, I'm probably gonna switch to delivering on route, because I don't wanna overload her. And I imagine if there's a rush, it'll be like a short period of time, and then it'll slow down again. So so if we do switch to delivering on route, then those people will need to get one from you. But if they pick one up from Rebecca, she could hand it out.
So Tony, what would you prefer? They get their countertop when they come to town hall with their form, and somebody will put a sticker on the bottom, or give the 25 to Rebecca and she could put them inside the green bin with the sticker on the bottom and be done with it.
Everything like on the website and everything, and I don't remember if the postcard was specific about picking up the countertop bin at town hall. So it would just, to me, my only consideration would be it's easy to change the website.
Mhm.
Um,
You
I
have
don't-
now, you have the bins now?
we have the countertop containers, yeah, yep. Yep, we have them now. I think it's fine handing them out at the town hall.
Okay,
I mean,
so
we
I'll
ended up,
bring the stickers over and give them to Mary.
yeah.
Okay, I'll do that. The idea was to put them on the bottom, so it's not too in your face, but every now and then you would see, you would see it. If you turn your bin upside down, you don't really want to be looking at that all the time.
Yeah, like I
About
said,
the-
when you come in, we'll show you how they're packaged.
Mhm.
It might be easier to put them like maybe on the bottom of the lid or something like that,
Mhm.
which would be good, because then every time you open it up, you're seeing the swim sticker. But I forget how it's set up. When you come to the town hall, we'll look at it.
Yeah, I'll come in tomorrow with stickers and we'll work on it. Great. So Mary will be there, right?
Yes. Yep. All right, so it's 7:08. My name's Tony Barletta. I'm the town administrator. We have members from Swim on the call. We have folks from Black Earth on the call. Looks like a couple residents. Unfortunately, our postcards that are going to be hitting doorsteps probably tomorrow and the next day speak to this info session that we're having right now. So it did get publicized in the paper and at, the Board of Selectmen meeting. We're also competing with other public meetings that are of public interest at the same time. So, we might do another info session, and maybe we'll keep this one quick because I suspect we're not going to get many questions since everyone on here has been part of the development process of the program. So, if you guys wouldn't mind maybe just introducing yourself, I'll just go around my screen here, and Jessica, if you could start, and I'll call on the rest of you guys.
I'm Jessica. I work for Black Earth Compost, and I'm the technical coordinator.
Connor?
I'm Connor Miller with Black Earth Compost. I run the collection side of things. And Rosie is also on Black Earth Compost. She's further down on the screen. She's the municipal coordinator.
Hello, Rosie.
Hey guys.
And Katerina?
Hi, I am on board of SWIM director and supporting this wonderful endeavor we are doing. I'm really excited about this.
Vi?
Hi, I'm president of SWIM, and Katerina, you're too shy. It was Katerina started the whole thing. I didn't even know the word compost company or Black Earth until Katerina brought it to my attention. What was it, 5 years ago? It's been 5 years. And I'm very excited about this, and Tony's support and Ellen's work and Katerina's support have just been really great. And we're gonna do this.
And Ellen?
I'm Ellen Goldberg. I am on the board of SWIM as well, and curbside composting has been for Nahant has been a vision, a personal wish of mine for probably 10 years. I remember saying to a friend of mine when I was running with her at 5 a.m., I think I'd love to see curbside composting in Nahant. It takes a while to get somewhere, but here we are. So it's really exciting.
And I don't know who is signed on under Town of Nahant. But feel free to unmute yourself and introduce yourself if you'd like. I'll also say Mary Lowe, who isn't on the call, has been, a huge help in the development of this program as well. She really manages, not only is she the DPW administrative assistant, but she also, helps with all things related to utilities and our enterprise accounts. So whether that's water, sewer, or trash. She's was integral to, the details of how this program was going to work. We've had a nice article in the Lynn item. We had a great discussion about the program at our last Board of Selectmen meeting, where they approved the initial $15,000 of ARPA funds to be used to help to fund the program. And tonight, was going to be our info session. So we'll go through it pretty quickly, I think, here, but I also, the costs, a lot of costs associated with the program, like the mailing and the cost of the countertop containers are coming from SWIM, who's been, a partner in this project too. So we thank SWIM for being a part of it, and we thank Black Earth for being helpful to us as well. I will say in my regional meetings with MMA, we talked a lot. We are not the only town pursuing this project. So many of our neighboring communities are everybody's dealing with the same financial challenge of the cost of curbside collection and waste disposal. But there's a lot of other communities that are, launching composting programs like us to try to help with that issue. And we didn't get into the details, but from a high level conversation, a brief conversation, it seemed like the program we put together was the most beneficial to the customer, in the sense that a lot of others, might be subsidizing some of the costs for signing up with Black Earth, or, doing some of an abatement or one or the other. I didn't hear anybody say full reimbursement for a full year of weekly collection, plus a starter kit, plus a countertop bin, plus bags, all the stuff that is coming with this program. So I think we are, leading the pack in a sense, and we didn't even know we were in a pack. So really good job, and very excited. We have 5, it sounds like 4 or 5 folks have already signed up for this program, and we're around 76 Nahant customers to Black Earth. Once we get to 100, there'll be a 30% cost reduction in Black Earth's charges to Nahant residents across the board. So existing customers will reap that benefit of getting new customers signed up. The way that this program works is Nahant residents log on to Black Earth. There's a preset sign up sheet, and it's for 1 year of weekly curbside collection. You get a curbside bin, any starter kit of your choosing will be included in the reimbursement. And so you can get a curbside bin plus bags, not only for the curbside bin, but also for a countertop container, which the town of Nahant is also providing, which can be picked up at the town hall. When you sign up for Black Earth, you'll receive a receipt of payment and a welcome email. You take both of those pieces of information and you attach them to a reimbursement form that's available on the town of Nahant website, and deliver that either by mail or in person or email, scan it in, send it to the town of Nahant, and we will reimburse you for the cost. It works out to be about $230 something, completely reimbursed to the resident. A couple of the folks who signed up already bought extra bags as well. We're not reimbursing that. We're happy that someone, said, hey, I'm here. Let me buy a few extra things while I'm on the website. So that's good. We have, looked into, the bags, the cost of the bags, and trying to find more convenient way to help residents get bags. But of course, talking with Black Earth and around our table of discussions when developing this program, any compostable bag, I believe, can be used, or paper bags can be used. So when you go to the supermarket, if you get paper bags with your groceries, don't throw them away, save them, and you reuse them. And so postcards should be hitting doorsteps soon. There's some Q&A on the backside of that postcard, some questions that we anticipate from residents. We talk about how the program is optional for residents. It's not required. We talk about how, in order to be, who's eligible for the program. For this program, the idea of it, the concept of it, the goal of it, what we're trying to measure is reducing tonnage of food waste from the curbside collection waste stream of waste management and shifting it over to Black Earth. So in order to be eligible, you have to be a customer of our waste management curbside collection program. And the other idea of this was to really incentivize new customers to jump on, so we can get to that 100 customer threshold and beyond, hopefully. So new customers, of Black Earth as of August 15th that are currently receiving curbside collection from Waste Management are eligible for this program. Even if you don't fall into that bucket, if you do sign up for Black Earth Compost, you are eligible or may be eligible for a $20 abatement on your trash fee on an annual basis. And again, you would still reap the benefits of that 30% reduction in costs from Black Earth if we get to that, if we meet that threshold. So still some benefits for those of you who may not fall into the pilot program project category of eligible customers. Let's see. I just lost my train of thought.
Can we ask questions along the way, or do you want us to wait until you're done?
This seems like a great place to ask a question because I've completely lost my train of thought.
So my question is, can you tell residents, when does this program, how long does this program last? Like when is the last possible sign up?
Thank you. That's where I was going. So the Board of Selectmen approved $15,000 from ARPA funds to be encumbered for this project, but that's not the end of it. If we, that we calculated that was about, the startup costs of the pilot program. So, the mailer and other items like that, plus about 50 new customers. If we go beyond that, we have additional ARPA funds that we can encumber. The Board of Selectmen can vote on that, and we can continue running the program. This program is funded through ARPA funds, which is the American Rescue Plan Act money that the town received a little bit over $1 million in 2020. And we're down to about $75,000 now. And it needs to be spent by December of next year. So this program is going to run as long as we have the funding, minus probably 3 or 4 months. So probably in the late summer, early fall will be when we cut off the program. But there's no hard and fast deadline. It's just that we may want to use the remaining amount of ARPA funds for some other effort related to waste and trash services. And because of municipal finance law, we might have to make a commitment to that, before December. So this program is open. Anyone who signed up by August 15th, from now until the program closes, it's open and ready for new applications. But I encourage people to jump in as soon as possible.
But right, because, so 2 things. One is, as soon as possible, the sooner the better, because the funds may be committed at a later date to somewhere else, to another municipal project. So we know we have at least 15,000, hopefully more, depending on the rate of enrollments. But the other thing I think is that, I've talked to at least one of my neighbors about the trash bills, right? And knowledge that waste management fees are increasing, and they'll be increasing every year. And the fact that solid waste is going to start costing a lot more. It already does, but it's going to be even worse. The cost of solid waste versus the cost of composting, is a big gap, right? So the increase in solid waste and the increase in trash costs is much greater than the cost of composting especially over time. So the sooner the better in terms of enrolling in the compost program, because that's the sooner we can realize the cost reduction of the waste tonnage reduction. Am I right?
Yes, the sooner we start shifting that tonnage from waste management to Black Earth, the better our future costs are going to be in the upcoming year. We project about a 4% increase on our total costs of waste management services right now without the tonnage changing. So hopefully we can reduce that increase. You know, I still think we're going to be dealing with increases, but we want to try to minimize them as much as possible. Also, as a customer of Black Earth, you will receive some composting for free.
Right.
Is it a 1 pound bag, a 3 pound bag?
It's like a
Jess,
40-pound bag. It's 1 cubic feet.
It's 1 cubic, what'd you say, 40 pound?
Yeah, 30, 40
That's-
pounds.
Yeah,
Oh, that's
it's a
much
big
bigger.
bag. I can hardly pick it up.
Oh, wow, great. And then plus, we're working with Black Earth to, you know, for the town to purchase a large amount of compost and make it available for free to all residents in the town of Nahant, sometime in the spring. So, I'll also share my screen real quick to just, show our website. If you go to the home page, and we're still working on this, on the side, on the right side here, there's still this logo for new beach stickers. I think we've passed the beach sticker importance time frame. So we're going to be shifting that out and adding a logo here, for people to quickly, you know, it'll grab people's attention to click on it and it'll bring you to the next page. But there is a link under Public Works. It's right here, Compost Pilot Program. And when you click on it, it brings you to this program page. It gives you a quick explanation of how this program works and what it's about. Oh, you see, Vi, I do have this as a free, you know, I can change this if we make a change to this, but as of right now, the countertop container would be picked up at the town hall. I have a working link here that brings you right to Black Earth Compost website, Nahant specific sign up page. And sign up for 1 year weekly pickup plan and purchase any of the offered starter kits. Then fill out the town of Nahant reimbursement form. If you click on this, it's a downloadable PDF. Attach a copy of your paid receipt and your welcome email from Black Earth Compost and submit it to the town of Nahant by email or drop it off to the DPW office in town hall. Attention, Mary Love. Here's,
Says 2021 on there.
where's that?
Down under the informational session says October 24th, 2021. If you scroll down.
Oh, right here.
Yeah.
I'll have to edit that. Well, we might be putting up a new one anyways. We might be having another.
Right.
Here's a picture of the compost countertop container. Some information again about the program. A link to tonight's meeting. Some question and answers on who is eligible, what is composting, and the benefits. And there's some links here to some you know, composting informational videos. So that's our website page. So, that's, did I miss anything?
Could I hate to dominate, but I do have one more comment if that's all right.
No, go ahead.
I think it's important to let residents know that we are going to be monitoring, you know, the goal here is to, you know, it's the environmental benefit, right, of composting, but it's also to help the town and all the residents reduce costs for the waste management. So one of the things that we are doing actively is tracking the waste tonnage per month. over time and tracking that against the number of signups, right? So that we can make sure that this program does, not just the environmental benefit, but, that we can realize the financial benefit as well. And so that is an ongoing project that we are going to do alongside of, the period of time that the project is running.
Yes, I'm excited to see how that data works out. Jess or Connor, do you have anything to add?
No, I think you guys did a great job covering it. We did an audit at a town a year ago, and we found that about 47% of their trash was compostable. So I'm hoping the people that sign up on Nahant divert at least 10 pounds a week and show that it's very significant, the amount of compostable waste that is often in the trash. So one thing to simplify it is basically all food. So onion skins, lobster shells, anything that was basically alive is compostable, but we don't want dog or cat poop for other reasons. Yeah, so that's how you can simplify it. Then other than that, you can look at things that are like certified compostable. BPI is the main certifier, but meats, bones, anything that was alive, way more than you can fit in your backyard pile or that you would risk putting in your backyard pile.
You just made me think of something, Connor, that I'm gonna speak with, I'm gonna talk to our council on aging about, maybe the town of Nahant the capital T town hall, town of Nahant. We should get involved in this too. Our council on aging provides lunches on the every day, every weekday. So there's definitely some tonnage that could be diverted to compost there. So, maybe you and I could connect on the town of Nahant being a customer as well.
Yeah, and what you guys were saying earlier about the rising cost of trash. I think that's just going to keep going up as a lot of the lower cost haulers, the local haulers, have been bought out by Waste Management, Republic. So there's less and less competition. The incinerators, the ash landfills are closing down one by one. I think there's 4 left right now. They're all gone within 10 years. And then everything has to go out of state. So we're hitting like a great bottleneck in the next 10 years. And if half of the weight was compostable, and we could turn that into something right here on the North Shore that's usable in your backyards for growing more food, that's by far the largest, lowest hanging fruit. And so the cost of trash is certain to go up and up. I mean, it's doubled in the last 10 years, probably going to double in the next 10 years. But our costs for composting have gone down in the past 10 years. When we started in Nahant, it was $200 a year. And we're working ourselves lower and lower the more density we can get.
So Tony, has anybody approached our restaurants and our little stores about what they throw away, and maybe we could encourage them?
No, we haven't really gone down that road yet.
I mean, I can think about what restaurants throw out. Must be stunning.
Right.
There's also the school, which I think would be a really fantastic educational opportunity for the elementary school. I know the principal is pretty environmentally friendly. He would probably be interested in some kind of project.
Can we approach the restaurants? I mean, restaurants must throw away staggering amounts of food.
Certainly, I mean, there wouldn't be, most of those all have private haulers. So, they wouldn't be eligible for the program. But, approaching them about the benefits of composting and, potentially maybe we wait until we hit the 100 mark and, you got new cheaper rates to offer them or something like that. It might be, maybe that's when we do that.
So Connor and Jessica, do you have a, experience with restaurants and how it would
Yeah,
work?
we pick up from lots of restaurants, schools, I mean, basically anything. I don't remember if we have any in Nahant going right now or not, but we could definitely do that.
I mean, the Tides is a big restaurant. I mean, they must crank out just staggering amounts of leftover
I'm
food.
guessing we've tried to do sales to them and they weren't interested at the time. I don't know. But the DEP has actually started making it required for large and medium to large size, restaurants, supermarkets, colleges, schools. If you're producing over 1,000 pounds a week of food waste, the DEP is saying you have to start diverting it now. So that would affect, like your Chipotle's and Starbucks and stuff like that.
Mhm.
But
Well, and their costs of disposing of their trash are going up as well from their private haulers. So,
yeah, at a certain scale, about 1,000 pounds a week, it starts being cheaper to compost it for restaurants.
so, showing them those numbers, I don't know what you guys do, like a larger type bin or multiple
Yeah.
bins or what, but why don't we put a pin in that and talk about it over the next couple weeks?
Sounds good. Yeah, we've got commercial size bins. So,
Yeah.
and yeah, those centers you were talking about are good. There's usually a lot of leftovers on plates and stuff.
Maybe we could approach some of those businesses and,
So we have three.
You
So
know-
we have Tides, we have Kelly Greens, and we have Brett Henry's. So that we have three that are really successful restaurants that,
Seaside as well.
and
Cactus.
Seaside, well, that's not a restaurant, but, well, yeah, I guess, yeah, Seaside, that's 4. And then we have 2 convenience stores, that's 7, 4, 5, 6. Six.
yeah, the
six
convenience stores probably aren't gonna have much, but certainly the rest, the sub shop, the restaurants, maybe the function halls. And they're all business minded folks. And I think if you go to them and you say, hey, this is what you're spending on trash right now. If you composted it, if you went with compost instead, you actually might, you might actually reduce your costs going forward. And that's only gonna, and that formula or that relationship is only gonna get better over time. So
Yeah, we'll follow up with them.
yeah,
The Tides.
I don't know what they pay. I don't know what they pay for their, private haulers, what their contracts look like.
Yeah, usually for us, the best ones have compactors, trash compactors, because then they are hauled and paid based on the weight.
Mhm.
You can't really cheat a compactor. If it's a dumpster, the truck will pick up 30, 40 dumpsters. It's not getting weighed. And so the hauler might not lower the cost, even if we've got 1,000, if there's 1,000 pounds less, because the food just like squashes everything light in the dumpster. It doesn't even like take up more space. It's just like another 1,000 pounds of weight. But in the compactor, you can't, you're getting weighed when the truck is dumping it out. So
Yeah, so the restaurants are the Tides, Kelly Greens, Brett Henry, Seaside for Seaside. Just called
Captain's, yeah.
Captain
Seaside Pizza.
Seaside, which is right there. at the-
Seaside Pizza, yeah.
Yeah,
All right, cool.
Yeah, and then for the town, the school, the council on aging, I think are probably the two big low hanging fruit.
yeah, I mean, everything you do daily, so I would think the COA probably produces got quite a lot.
Mhm.
What about the town's public housing, Tony? What is the trash pickup situation for those?
They have a private hauler,
Okay,
except actually, let me correct that. The Spindrift has a private hauler, but
mhm.
the units on Greystone Road, Spring Road, and Emerald Road have curbside collection.
There's also the Jasmine.
Jasmine is a private hauler as well, but again, yeah, they're
Add
certainly,
them to the list.
I'm sure that falls under like the restaurant category of, you're not eligible for the pilot program, but it still might be valuable for you to look into
Mhm.
composting and, like I said, once the town hits 100, those rates are only going to get better too. Does your commercial rates get better as well?
Not really. It doesn't really matter because it's for commercials, it matters how many bins are on in a stop. So if it's like one tote versus 20, there's going to be less cost per bin, or versus
Okay.
20. So it's really more like density per stop on that.
All right. So something
then-
for us to discuss a little further then.
Yeah, contamination's another factor on commercials.
Right.
If it's super heavy or is it lightweight? So there's a variety of factors on commercials.
Michelle, our
Hi.
our first guest.
So since you're talking businesses, I mean, you need to consider the Nahant Country Club
Mhm.
and their food waste.
Yeah,
And
function halls. We
Function
talked
halls,
about that.
right?
Yep. Yep.
And then Northeastern, because they do bring in food as well. So what their plans are, and I don't know about the Richland convenience store. I know they have food there, but any place that generates trash that can certainly participate would be someone we want to, include. What about special events that community groups hold? Is there a way that you can facilitate having receptacles available that they can borrow from town hall and then use to collect food waste and then be picked up? So like, say for
Yeah, we
example,
saw that in,
tree
like,
lighting,
Beverly and
right?
stuff. Like Beverly has schools doing it, and they'll have somebody just go pick up the barrels from the school, and we'll pick up from the event when we're in town. And it's
So if
a
key
lot easier
locations like
and-
town hall, the community center, the school have receptacles available that when there's an event, they can put their food waste and then it can get picked up that following Tuesday. Mine's on Tuesday, following Tuesday after the event.
Yeah,
Okay.
Yeah. So Michelle, we did a quick overview of the existing pilot program and who's eligible and who isn't and how it works. And then we started kind of getting into a conversation about other things that we can try to do. And that's what really launched us into this conversation about, how can the town get involved in composting, like, the school, the COA. Your suggestion about events would fall under that category. And then, even though a lot of the function halls and restaurants, wouldn't be eligible for the pilot program, it may be beneficial for them to get involved with Black Earth. So we're gonna that's on our next steps. And which I love that this is like a we're not just launching the program and walking away. We got new ideas and new things to talk about. We're going to keep moving on this because which is great. So
And thank you. Your dedication to this thing has just been really critical. Thank you so much.
So the other thing is too, like the return of the compost back for those that are gardeners and making sure they know what the opportunities are. And then also for the school with the community gardens that are there too. And for people that lease, like they have to truck in their own soil if they're going to, turn over their garden every year. But if we know that we can have Black Earth come in and bring in, 50 yards of clean compost that can be used for the gardens, that's another plus because it's just returning back to the community.
yep, we every customer gets a 40-pound bag on an annual basis. And then we've already been in conversation with Black Earth about special rates, I guess, or maybe discounted prices for the town of Nahant if we come and pick up a truckload of compost and either deliver it to the compost to the dump down on Spring Road, or deliver some to the community garden and have it available for all residents, not just customers of Black Earth. So once they start utilizing that compost for their gardens, and then they're like, oh, I could get a bag dropped off at my house, a 40-pound bag dropped off if I'm a member, there might be another little added incentive there.
And this stuff is amazing. You put this on your garden, you wonder where you've been. It's just amazing. It's really amazing. Yeah. So I want to welcome Christy. Christy Lee's here. She's yet another swim director and part of the team, as you know, Tony.
Yes. Thank you, Christy, for all your help on this. So in a classic government shooting itself in the foot type move, our postcards haven't reached doorsteps yet, and they advertise tonight's informational session. So for the most part, it's those that have been involved in the process are here tonight. We have a couple residents from the town on as well, asking some great questions. And but I think we're going to probably have another info session. Maybe what we'll do is I'll talk to the selectmen about maybe dedicating a section of theirs meeting or holding our own again. But
Tony, we did a few of us did try to get it publicized on social media and share it on some of the community pages. So we're happy to do that again once you set up a new meeting.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah. I'm sure it'll be a topic of discussion on social media when they get the postcard and they say, this thing is advertising an info session that already happened. But it is what it is. Sometimes that doesn't work out. Kind of outside of our control is, it should be getting, I bet you it shows up tomorrow. The important thing is that it raises awareness of the program.
Yeah.
And it gets people to sign up. So
Yeah, it's not like it was mailed yesterday either. Like I wouldn't say it's your guys' fault. Last week, I mean, it should have came by now.
Hey, Connor, even if it's a topic of discussion, whether good or bad, it's bringing awareness to the program.
Yeah,
So,
it's right. Yeah, maybe this
So-
is one of those all news
Yeah.
is good news or something.
yeah, exactly. So, like I said, we can always have another quick info session, especially if we, if there are a lot of questions being post it on social media if we're hearing from people, if we're getting calls at the town hall. It's easy to put another one of these together, so. So, Christy, did you want to add anything to our discussion before we close up? You're muted, though. There you go.
No, great. I'm just very excited and that this is happening and going on a town-wide basis. And I think, there's always problems with logistics getting these things on the air and all, but I think it's a great idea and it will do so much for our town. So, and I want to continue to support it any way I can.
All right. Well, thank you. Thank you, Swim. Like I said, thank you to Mary Lowe and thank you, Black Earth, for helping us out. And thank you, Rebecca Flack, for being our starter kit distributor. And thank you, to everybody that's helping get the word out. And we'll schedule another meeting to connect with Black Earth about some of these other topics, and likely, maybe we'll have another info session once the postcards hit people's doorsteps. So thank you. And also we'll Jessica or Connor, maybe we could have like a weekly email of, account, and we could put that on our website, like how many people have signed up since the program got launched.
Sounds good.
Okay. Have a great night, everybody. Thank you so much.
You too.
Thank you.
Thank you. Good night.
Thank
Thank you.
you.
Night, thank you.
Good night.
Good work, guys.
Exciting.